What is up? We are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide. I'm the host with the most, Mr. We Are Wrestling himself, the best one, Donnie, here with...
What is going on? We are Wrestling Maniacs. Ben here, one half of the We Are Wrestling podcast, and today we are giving our solid predictions of the 2023 Fastlane. It is going to be an exciting night tonight, but Donnie, before we get into all of that stuff, take it away.
That's right, and we want to let all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs know we'll be doing a live watch-along here on the We Are Wrestling YouTube channel this Saturday for WWE Fastlane. We hope you guys, join the stream, come hang out with us, come say what's up, and enjoy some good old wrestling. But before we dive into our predictions for this week, if you're listening to the podcast, give us a 5-star review, not just a 5-star review, but a best one review, and download the episode. But if you haven't already checked out the We Are Wrestling YouTube channel, and you're not a part of the thousands of subscribers, we recommend you to hit that subscribe button now, turn on the post notifications. Videos be coming out of nowhere like an RKO, and of course, you already know, the grind is real. So, normally, how we start these predictions off, we give our thoughts on the build going towards the Premier Live event or pay-per-view. And we just want to put this out there for, some of you that haven't checked out, our pay-per-view predictions. One thing that we like to do is analyze the whole storyline going into it. And we really want to, give our thoughts on, the superstar that is, in the match coming up. And we like to really dive deep into it. We love to, fantasy book. We love to, talk about, the pros and the cons. And, of course, give you guys our prediction. Because a lot can happen during a Premier Live event. So, yes, Ben, what's your thoughts on, the build towards Fastlane?
Man, it is fucking exciting, honestly. I'm really, really hyped for it. Obviously, there are some things that I'm looking more forward to than others. Like, for example, the two big matches that I'm looking forward to are the tag team title matches with Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes versus the Judgment Day, Finn Balor, and Damian Priest. I'm really, really stoked for that, especially the drama surrounding everything, especially with, mommy's little asshole and she gonna get Nami. And, I'm wondering, she gonna spank that ass, boy, and I'm stoked for that.
This past Tuesday, Dom got his championship back, so I don't think he's getting any ass beatings yet.
Okay, well, there we go. So, I'm excited about the Judgment Day's development because it feels like almost that Rhea Ripley is low-key, the leader, it feels like, and it kind of fucking fits.
Raw, I was just watching this, and Jay said that she has more balls than Roman Reigns.
Ever did. Yeah, I saw that. She's like, we missed you. We all missed you. And he was giving her the fucking bedroom eyes and shit, and Dom was just getting pissed, bro. Where's Dom Dom's title? He's just getting roasted by Damian. But no, I'm looking forward to that, and I'm also obviously looking really, really forward to the fucking tag team match with LA Knight, John Cena, and Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso. So obviously it's going to be a massive fucking night, and those are really realistically the two matches I'm super fucking amped for. So solid build so far, even though we had to kind of postpone the events with LA Knight and John Cena because of COVID and everything, but it got right back on track nobody even realized a week went by, dude. It was fucking done super well. The crowd popped big for LA Knight. Huge signing fucking moment right there, and that's going to be a segment that people are going to talk about for years to come, man. It's going to be one of the greatest moments where it was a defining moment in LA Knight's build. So I'm really, really stoked to see how John Cena and LA Knight are going to mesh together. I'm excited for their promo skills, probably this Friday going in the night before. I'm stoked about it, dude, because these two on a mic are going to be fucking unstoppable, and I'm probably going to need 3 changes of pants. So the build has been spectacular. And honestly, for AJ Styles for getting taken out, I got to say, it's been phenomenal. So, had to give that pun out there. So
I'm not going to lie. I was kind of looking forward to seeing AJ Styles and John Cena team, only because one of AJ Styles' first, big feuds in WWE when he
was John Cena, right?
Was John Cena. So there's a lot of history there. But I can see
why it was for a filler.
This opportunity, because of course he's the number one, selling, merchandise right now, and he's one of the top baby faces right now. So I totally get why they're doing this, it makes a lot of sense.
Choosing LA Knight
was, the baby face of WWE for over a decade.
Dude, for John Cena to be hyping up LA Knight this big, for a fact LA Knight has a big thing planned for him right now. Like, dude is gonna, if he's gonna capture a big one, it's gonna be a big fucking moment, dude. Like, I am so hyped about it because by choosing LA Knight to be a part of this segment, you just put him in the crosshairs of the bloodline. So what does that mean? Where are they gonna fucking put him eventually?
I feel like the Saudi show is gonna be LA Knight versus Roman.
And that's gonna be fucking awesome. Because even if it's a non-title match, if fucking LA can pin Roman Reigns, that fucking pop is going to be wild. I know. Shut the fuck up. I know. Hey, what did you just state in the opening of this fucking show? We like to fantasy book. Fuck you. Like I said, even if it's not for a title.
This is always your fantasy booking.
Exactly, dude. I fucking.
If it was your way, you would have Akira Tozawa pin Roman Reigns at this point. Your favorite 24/7 champion of all time.
Oh, dude, don't even disrespect our truth like that. All right, nah, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that shit. Nope, I am not. No, I am not doing that either. Holy shit!
Remember when he married Nia Jax?
I remember. Oh my god!
And then a few weeks later, she had that hole. My hole. Hey, but she's back dominating now.
Oh my god, I forgot about that for a solid minute, dude. Oh, that's funny.
So I do want to give my thoughts on, this card and the build. Yeah. Honestly, this build hasn't been that exciting to me. I'm going to be honest. But Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown have been very solid shows, which is why I think that this is going to be a very solid pay-per-view, premier live event. That's what WWE likes to call it in 2023.
Adam Copeland.
But I got to say, the two matches I'm looking forward to the most are Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke, last man standing. And I can't wait to dive into that. And, of course, seeing my childhood hero in LA Knight. Yeah, main event.
Yeah.
I can't wait. But I think we have a really good card here ahead of us. Some, are very questionable, and we're going to get into that. Others makes a lot of sense, and honestly, I think that there's some big plans for this, Premier Live event.
Yes. Yeah, buddy. Let's get it.
All right. So let's dive into the matches. And normally for WWE Premier Live events, they're going in the old NXT TakeOver route now, where they're not trying to have 12 matches on the card anymore. As of right now, there's 5 matches announced. The first match on our predictions, we have a triple threat match for the WWE Women's Championship. We have Io Sky defending her championship against Asuka versus Charlotte Flair. So, Ben, what's your thoughts on this triple threat match?
All honestly, it could be pretty fire, and we could be getting a pretty good match out of it, because I'm not going to deny that all 3 of them are super talented. I would have preferred it just been Io Sky and Asuka, considering we could have had a New Japan level feeling match, and especially with their styles, man. Holy fucking shit. And I know obviously contractually, but again, fantasy booking. And I always have these angles sometimes with these matches because I feel like it could elevate it for how lackluster it kind of is. I feel like it could do it some favors. If it was like Io Sky and just Asuka, if the timing matched up right, dude, this would have been a perfect opportunity to introduce Kairi Sane right back to the audience. Like, this would have been a perfect opportunity. But obviously, contractually, things and timing doesn't work out sometimes, and she's going to be making her debut, I think, in like November or something.
I think it's like in the winter time when she's
November,
going to be
December.
coming back to WWE.
So yeah, like it does, like timing doesn't match up. But regardless, Charlotte Flair just getting these opportunities is just really fucking annoying. It's like you're at the point now where you should be elevating other talent. Like, you should be really elevating Io Sky in this match and not be winning. Like, then I could understand it, because then that makes, Io Sky's credibility skyrocket, Asuka and fucking Charlotte, both multi-time women's champions, on the main roster. They could be doing Io a huge fucking favor in this match. So if they go the good route, you would have fucking Io Sky win it. But let her show off a lot and have Asuka and Charlotte really elevate her, because she technically is the future. We've had a lot of Asuka. We've had a lot of fucking Charlotte throughout the years. Io Sky, this is her technically, a little over her first year on the main roster. So, it's like she
Yeah.
got time to really shell out. And if you really want to elevate her credibility as a women's champion, this is the match to do it, because right now it's feeling super lackluster because it's just like, okay, another Asuka match. Okay, another Charlotte match. And then, great, we got some kind of newer talent in Io Sky, with the main roster. But it would have been doper just having it be Asuka. I feel like adding Charlotte just kind of blands it out a little bit unless it's purposely for elevation purposes.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree with what you're saying here. Don't get me wrong. I do agree with you. I think all
Yeah.
three of these women are super talented. And I think it all comes down to booking, why I'm not behind Io Sky, why I'm not really behind Asuka, and why, I'm not behind Charlotte Flair. Even though, I'm starting to, respect Charlotte Flair a lot more as time goes by. I think, since she took that very long break last year, I have,
Yeah, she needed
started
it.
to appreciate her work more because she hasn't, really been around when she, was on that very long break. So I got a nice, little break from her. So now, with her being back, it feels okay. I'm okay with
Yeah.
it. I think, there's a reason why she's in the position that she's in. I think she is super talented, but I'd be lying to you if I said Bailey should be in this match. She should be in this match, I think, because they have been teasing, Bailey's, jealousy that Io Sky has the championship. And I think it would make more interesting storyline purposes if Bailey was added to this match and we had a fatal 4-way.
That could be a fucking either that or that could be a good finish. Io Sky could retain, have a big moment, and then Bailey turns on her.
That would be perfect,
That
honestly.
could
And
they could still save it if they finished it and cleaned it up that way. They
that's the
could
thing
save
too,
it.
I do want to say about Asuka. It was really cool seeing her back at the Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah.
But it seems like she
Ever
hasn't done
since then.
anything that has made me, oh my God, I want NXT TakeOver Asuka back. That's the
Yeah.
dominant Asuka I want back. But unfortunately, it seems like on the
They
main
dulled her
roster,
and Shinsuke.
she can't transition.
Yeah, they dulled her and Shinsuke heavily, but Shinsuke is really picking up momentum now with his heel
Yeah, I was
turn.
gonna say,
Like
man,
he's
I can't wait to
really
get into that.
dude, like with his timing and everything in real time as he was doing shit, dude, like and they're presenting him very Yakuza like, dude. Like that's really smart. And he's killing it right now. Like Shinsuke's heel work at this very moment, and it's different. It's not the same heel Shinsuke that we've gotten before.
Chef
This
kiss.
feels great. This feels like an authentic and organic way to ease him into a heel turn, but also a new gimmick. And it's really fucking sick, man. And it's
But you
like
see here,
even
man, that's what I'm trying to say. If they can make Shinsuke work,
all right.
they definitely can make Asuka
So
work.
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
And they don't even have to do what
I'm
Shinsuke's
bleeding.
doing with
I'm
Asuka.
bleeding a couple of my passions together right now, and I'm gonna tell you how I feel about Shinsuke. They are presenting him like a fucking anime villain. And for somebody
Yes.
who loves anime and really digs, and I'm really nerding out right now, and you're gonna really see how in depth the nerd really goes with this human vessel.
Luke Gallows. Nerd.
Yeah. Very big nerd over here. They are presenting him like an anime villain, and if you know anything about super dark Japanese anime and where the storylines can go and how the presentation can go, if done right, dude, this could be one of the greatest fucking character work of all time in terms of a Japanese wrestler and really presenting a good almost Yakuza feel. And it's just, dude, like goosebumps, goosebumps worthy, man. So I'm really, really stoked on this new era of Nakamura that we're getting. So I'm stoked for this match too.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. Like, I feel like with Asuka, they definitely can make it work because they're already doing it with Shinsuke. And they
Yeah.
don't even have to do what, with Asuka, they don't even have to have her do what Shinsuke's doing. But there's ways to get her over, I think. And the way that she was in NXT, she was just a legitimate badass. And
Yeah, dude.
and that's the thing about like Gunter with his Intercontinental Championship title run. That's all
It's
they've been doing really is giving him banger matches, and that's the reason why he's over
dude.
as a top heel on the Raw
He
brand.
is presenting the IC title the same way he presented the fucking NXT UK title, just dominant. He made it prestigious again. Like
But you
the
see
dude
here
is
with Asuka with her championship run, they could have taken that route where they had her just have banger after banger and the fans would, get invested. But instead, they
See,
decided to have, Bianca win at SummerSlam and then have Io cash in.
dude, this is what I'm gonna say, and this is fucked up. I know, oh, he's on a part-time schedule. Oh, I know it's in the new phase of his career. He's earned it. Not fucking really, dude. I mean, a lot of his matches have been fucking lackluster. If we're talking about it, Roman Reigns, dude, like Gunther is everything that Roman should be. Like Gunther is like he feels like, and if anybody pins him, it's like, oh my fucking god. If someone just pinned Roman tomorrow, dude, I wouldn't even give a fuck anymore. Like I really wouldn't, because it's like the dude's barely there, and he's being built like this dominant superstar like fucking Brock Lesnar was, even though he's not built half the same fucking way, and he half the time he doesn't even do it by himself. So I'm just like, what the fuck? But Gunther, man, is yeah, like yeah, and I really wish that's
But
the
I
kind of
know
Oscar
there's
we would have
ways.
gotten.
I know there's ways to get Asuka over.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
I really hope that they, do something different with her moving forward because she
No,
deserves
absolutely.
it.
I feel like she needs a new look too, altogether. Like she's been kind of just
Yeah, but
presenting different
they gave her that
variations
new
of the
look
same
at the
way.
Rumble already.
No,
There's
I know.
only
I'm
so much
saying,
you could do.
I know. That's why I'm saying that they've made the mistake. Is like I feel like they should have made her completely repackaged. Like all she's been doing has been presenting different variations of the same fucking design we've always gotten, and it's like
Mhm.
present her a different kind of way. Like have her do a different character work. Give her a fucking mouthpiece. Like, dude, do something, bro. Even if it's a female mouthpiece, like
I'm
give
not
her
gonna lie to you,
something.
Ben. That would be really cool because throughout the years, like for a woman's wrestler, we've never had like a woman's manager like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, give her a good female
And you know me,
talker.
man. I love my old school, so like I'm always okay with a
You know who?
manager.
Do you know who would be like the perfect fucking voice for Asuka? Honestly, especially with like her dominance. If she wasn't a part of a faction right now, Rhea Ripley would have been her fucking perfect mouthpiece, especially as a tag team / managerial role. She would have been a perfect mouthpiece for fucking Asuka, because that's like Godzilla's voice introducing a fucking demon. Like that's
I'm not gonna
nuts, bro.
lie. Here's who I would have, like if I'm fantasy booking, like a
Okay,
perfect, manager for Asuka.
what
I
up?
would have Lana. Like the way that she was presented with Rusev at first, I feel like that would be perfect for Asuka.
Yeah, I can get
Like
behind that.
Asuka crush. Like there's like I don't know, like with her presentation, the way that she was presented when she first got up to the main roster with Rusev, I think that would be perfect for somebody like Asuka.
I can
But
vibe with that.
unfortunately, that'll never happen, ladies and gentlemen, because she is in AEW now with
Yeah,
Miro.
and yeah, that's going swimmingly. It's going swimmingly.
So, Ben, who do we
What
have
up?
winning this triple threat match?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Io, because I feel like we got some interesting stuff going forward. I don't think that they're just gonna have her randomly drop the title Charlotte Flair, because if they do, big fucking L, big problem. So I'm gonna say Io, but like with a really good fight. I think they're really gonna put on a stellar match to elevate her. So I'm gonna go with Io.
I got to go with Io Sky. I think that she's going to retain her championship. I think they have bigger plans for her. But man, what is it with like SmackDown's women's division that they always have triple threat matches like every other Premier Live event?
I feel like they're trying to capture the same magic that they captured with fucking the Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and Ronda Rousey match, and they just can't do
Mm-hmm.
it. They just can't
Yeah.
recreate it. That was just an organic moment that they're just failing time and time again to recreate. It's like those moments are fucking 1 in a million. You just can't do it. You can't put a price on it.
So here's what I think is going to happen now, though. Io Sky will retain her championship. Bailey's going to turn on her.
Okay, yeah. Now I'm gonna go with that same angle. Yeah, I'm gonna go there too.
Alrighty, well, moving on now to our next match. We have a 6-man tag match. We have the LWO versus Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits.
So I'm gonna say this right now. I really don't give a fuck about this match, and I really don't give a fuck about either of these storylines. I'm being dead completely honest with you, because it's like they're both kind of dead in the water, But if I have to choose a winner, I'm honestly gonna go with the Profits, because I feel like the LWO kind of needs to get that turmoil to have fucking this guy Santos Escobar turn on Rey Mysterio and to have them battle for the fucking U.S. title. Because they've been teasing it, kind of like they've been kind of teasing like Escobar's low key jealousy. So I feel like I need to see that come to fruition. So I feel like I need some frustration built there. So give me a pretty good match for some fight in there, and then let's see what we got. You know, I want to see the Profits get some credibility as a good stable with Bobby Lashley, but I also want to see some storyline build with the LWO and everything going on there. So I feel like having the Profits win would ultimately be the best decision for both ends.
Totally agree with you on that. I got to go with Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits on this one.
Same.
I'm not a fan at all of the storyline whatsoever.
Same.
I was liking the direction that they were going with Ray and Santos, and I know, like, I don't even know how this all started with Bobby and the Street Profits. Like, I
don't fucking know either.
Austin Theory. Last thing I remember is Austin Theory versus Rey Mysterio, and yeah, there hasn't.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
What? There was like a segment on the Grayson Waller effect.
The Grayson Waller effect.
This match randomly, is happening. I don't know.
Do you need yourself a good old Grayson Waller rub?
Oh, dude, I love Grayson Waller, man. Give me that rub.
Give me that rub.
Rub it in, man, like Jericho would say.
Pat on the back there, chap. Okay, let's do it.
But I gotta say, like, I don't know, like, I want them to like do something. Like, I feel like I'm getting impatient. I want Rey Mysterio and Santos. I think that Santos turning heel and winning the U.S. Championship,
I think that's inevitable.
Needs to happen. But I understand they don't want to, rush it because it's obviously predictable what's going to happen. It's just, a matter of time. I think they want to hit us out of nowhere with it. But I think Lashley and the Street Profits, they do need this win because I think the Street Profits were in like a tag match on SmackDown. They lost, and then Bobby Lashley was like all disappointed and mad at them.
What the fuck is your problem?
And I don't even know what they're doing. Like when they first were presented in the limo, like I thought that we were going to get something serious here, like the Hurt Business. But like that's all they've been doing is just sitting in a locker room drinking some freaking apple juice. And like freaking like get new suits and just and by the way, Bobby Lashley looks super uncomfortable in his suit.
You imagine Bobby Lashley flipping the fuck out on the front. Like, what the fuck is your problem?
Like, where's MVP in this? MVP, they need some manager or mouthpiece to make this work.
No, MVP
because don't get me wrong, Bobby Lashley is fantastic.
No,
Street Profits are fantastic, but I feel like they're missing that. They're missing that person.
MVP just needs to go to fucking AEW at this point or something because I need to see that dude on a fucking screen and we're not getting it in WWE and that dude is gold right now. So
him and Lashley were gold. Like, why? Like, don't fix something that's not broken.
They have a habit of doing that to you.
I hate that shit in pro wrestling. AEW does it. WWE does it. They all do it. If it don't make $1, it don't make sense.
Fucking do it. They all fucking do it.
But that's the thing, though. Like,
sexist shit.
With Lashley and the Street Profits, there's potential there, but like they just wasted it all these weeks with them backstage drinking apple juice. And freaking ironing their suits.
Ironing their suits, drinking that Snapple apple, getting that sugar rush in. It's
like,
Cheat
what
Friday.
are they doing? I can't take them serious. And now, like, they could have set Bobby Lashley up to go against Roman Reigns. That's fucking money.
I'm sorry, but Bobby Lashley, I already can't take him seriously. Like, his promos sound like a dude that should be a porn star fucking trying to cut a promo in WWE. Because he's got this just really soft-spoken voice for this big fucking dude, and he's got him and
MVP were so perfect together. And then the LWO, MVP, man, like I just want Santos and Ray to feud already. I'm getting tired of this.
And Bobby Lashley could have been literally the fucking new Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman, bro. Like they could have done it. they could have done it. Like it
That's
could
what
have
they were
been
setting
built.
it up. They were
Yeah.
setting that up.
And they fucking fumbled that shit,
And
bro,
now we're
because
getting a
that was
6-man
money.
tag match, the LWO versus Bobby and the Street Profits.
It's fucking
This is
stupid.
to me the worst match on the
Dude,
card.
I'm sorry, but I might. Never mind. Nope, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I say I might just go to the bathroom the entire time while that match is on because I really have no solid interest in it. I mean, like I respect a lot of the athletes that are in this match. It's just the match itself is garbage. Like I
I agree.
can't
There really
I
hasn't
can't,
been
you know?
any crazy booking that makes you want to say, I'm going to pay this much money to watch this match.
Like, bro, if
A
Santos
Premier Live event and
Escobar,
the pay-per-view, you're supposed to sell us the
dog,
fight.
if
And
Santos
this is not selling me a fight.
Bro, if Santos Escobar had a heel turn and a different gimmick change and was solo, I feel like I would genuinely like the fucking dude because I think he's talented as hell, but his work right now is boring.
Okay,
Like,
but
I feel
here's
like
one thing that
heel
I
him would
will
be great.
defend. I will defend Santos and
Yeah.
WWE's decision here. I think the reason that they're doing this is because a lot of the times when we watch somebody, go from NXT to the main roster, it's a very hard adjustment period, and a lot of them can't get
yeah.
over with the crowd because, like I said in Hot Takes with Nia Jax, she became an established star through time, and I think the way that they want Santos to be an established star is by being with one of their most popular luchadors, Rey Mysterio, which
'Cause
is
they're
why
trying
I
to
think
find the
they
next Rey
reinvented the
Mysterio.
LWO, because this is a great way to get more eyes on Santos and, the other two
Yeah.
in the
No,
group.
I
And
agree.
Zelina Vega, too, which I think that she should be, wrestling and not, just sitting in the background.
No,
Which I thought we were
100%.
getting that, at Backlash, and I thought
Yeah.
that we were
I
going
got
that
you.
route because I think she could do more than be a valet, but
Either
yeah.
or, the match is just unappealing, but if there's a winner, I'm going to go with Bobby Lashley and the Profits.
Yep, I'm going to go with Bobby Lashley and the Profits, and hopefully Bobby Lashley, he can get himself some looser suits because they look very uncomfortable on him. Moving
Yeah.
on now to our next match on the card, we have a tag team match for the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championships. We have Finn Balor and Damian Priest, the Judgment Day, versus Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes.
So I'm going to say this right now. Unless Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn save the match, Judgment Day is going to prevail because I know Dom and fucking JD McDonough might have some kind of thing to do in it. But if KO and Sami fucking save it, there's some potential there. I want Cody and fucking Jay to win 100%. But I have this weird fucking feeling. This weird feeling about Jay still. Like, I have this weird feeling, and I don't like that I have it because it's just a natural thing. And when it feels natural, I always get the what if fucking bug. I get the what if bug. He is on fire with the crowd right now. I don't want them to just give him a fucking heel turn out of nowhere. You know, I
don't think
really
it's
don't.
happening.
And I don't want that. But I would love to see him and Cody win. I feel like Judgment Day doesn't need the tag titles, really. Especially with everything kind of going on, especially with Damian already having the briefcase, which is already a hot topic, because apparently they have no plans for him to cash in soon.
I
But
like
that is
that
still-
though, because for the longest time we've had cash-ins happen like
super
after
fucking
Money in the
instantly.
Bank, super early. So I'm
wastes it.
actually okay with this, and honestly, I wouldn't mind him holding the briefcase until like
the
close
last
to
second.
Money in the Bank.
Yeah, no, last second. And Money in the Bank is what?
And we've never had that before, where like somebody had the contract like last minute. I think the farthest we've went was the night after WrestleMania with the briefcase. So I kind of want them to break that record.
Same here. But I will say 100% that I'm stoked for this match in a weird way because we got development on both sides. Because I'm really into the Jey Uso shit right now. I'm still really into the Cody shit right now too. Judgment Day's got some very interesting things going on. They're starting to build JD McDonough a little bit, you know. They're starting to give him some credibility. They're starting to show like what he's got, what he's made of. Very, very Chris Benoit influenced, you know. Like I'm really stoked about that. Because it's natural. It feels natural. And it's really cool seeing what the future could carry on had some things not happened. You know, it's going to be really cool to see that. So having him get some time in is really good. But ultimately, it's going to be a banging match because everybody in this match I'm super invested in. I'm super invested in what's going on. So I'm looking hellaciously forward to this. And if the titles were to remain in those hands, I'd be okay with it. If they were to change and go to Cody and Jay, I'm marking the fuck out. So I'm good. This is kind of like a chill vibe match for me because it's like, all right, we get to see some more progression in the story. Because if somebody gets fucked over in Judgment Day, more fucking juice. More fucking juice. And if we got shit developing with Cody and Jay, more fucking juice. So
it doesn't
it's like
matter
it's a win-win
what
for
direction
me.
they go in. It's going to further the storyline regardless of what happens.
But if I want a good route, I'm going to say Cody and Jay because that's going to elevate both Cody and Jay, make them even more relevant, and where it's going to also further the damaging storyline going on in Judgment Day, and that's even more tea, and that's going to get even more eyes watching. So I kind of hope it goes in that way for my own personal perspective.
So, with this tag match, the first thing I am going to say here, and I am very excited for this match, all right? But I do need to make this joke here. This match feels like... So,
what does it feel like?
Remember the days where you're watching television and then you get that commercial. WWE is coming near your city. WWE Live, the main event in Springfield, Mass. is going to be a tag match. My God, the Judgment Day versus
this is
Cody Rhodes and Jay Uso over at the Mass Mutual Center. So I don't know. I feel like to me, this feels like a WWE Live event, main event. But in all seriousness, they are, the headlines right now of Monday Night Raw. It does make sense why Jay and Cody would team up to, go against the Judgment Day. They have, the same, animosity. And Cody Rhodes has been the only person besides, Sami Zayn who has had his back through it. So I totally understand, why they're having them team. But at the same time, I'm sick of these tag team championships being unified. I feel like SmackDown could benefit with their own tag titles. I feel like Raw can benefit. I don't know. I'm just sick of the title designs. I want something new, and that's why I'm not really invested. I am happy that the Judgment Day do have the tag titles. I do like how, they all pretty much have gold. And I don't know, man. I think, Cody, he needs something. Because right now, it's just very stagnant with him. And even though he's still very over with the crowd, which I'm glad he's still over with the crowd.
Because if he wasn't, it'd be fucked. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to say 100% that I feel like they do need the dub. It would definitely elevate things. It would definitely keep, again, relevancy and everything. I don't know, man. This is an interesting match, so to speak. Very, very interesting. But it also kind of ties into everything at the same time with Cody and Jay being together, because if there's something I keep going back to, and the biggest thing that I keep going back to is the Grayson Waller show when Cody fucking reintroduced Jay Uso. Mm-hmm. And he said, I really hope I'm not making a mistake on this. And then there's that weird stare down with Cody and Jay when Jay had came back while he was on the ropes, and my mind keeps going back to that. And it's just like, that's why I'm like, I have this weird feeling, man. And I actually just watched that segment today. So I'm just like, my mind's playing with me right now. And I feel like that there's something up with Jay because they're focusing super on the fact that he's wronged a lot of people. Like they're super on it.
I like that because
and why is there only
sense for the storyline purposes?
So why is there?
We're not forgetting what happened with the bloodline and
Jay,
because he fucked a lot of people. And I gotta say this now. Drew McIntyre right now, what is going on is fucking brilliant.
Yeah, dude, they're simmering him for a heel turn.
Real with him. Yeah. Like it's not like he's going into a full heel turn. This is
he's an anti-hero right now.
Why he feels the way he feels. Because Jay cost him at Clash at the Castle one of the biggest moments of his career that he was about to have. And I love that they're not forgetting that.
Mm-hmm.
That is super important. And I love that we're starting to see the jealousy with Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes. Because I feel like before Cody goes off to SmackDown to go against Roman, we need to visit Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes. We're already getting that tease, man.
Mm-hmm. I'm stoked for it, bro.
And this is going to be a bold prediction here. I'm going to say that the Judgment Day will retain their championships.
Okay.
Drew McIntyre is going to cost Jay and Cody the tag titles.
And there's the official heel
And
turn.
he's going to become the official leader of the Judgment Day.
You think that Drew's going to become a part of the Judgment Day?
I
Really?
think so.
Okay, well, that's a great take, and I'm gonna hold
Bold
that.
take.
That's a very bold hot take, bro. So honestly,
In
I'm
the
kind of glad
predictions,
you made
I
it.
try to give one bold take. It's like you put like a little bit of money into like the lottery, and
Who
you
knows?
have a
You might
chance of
scratch and win.
winning $1 billion. That's
Bro,
pretty much
I
my bold
mean-
take here.
I mean, bro, that's a bold prediction. Having Drew
Something
and
I wouldn't
fucking
put all my
Damian,
money on
dude,
the table.
ooh.
I would only put like $1 on the table, and if I get that dollar, dude, I get $1 billion. That's
Yeah.
my bold take.
Hell yeah, bro. Okay, I got you.
Moving on now to our next match. It is for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Seth freaking Rollins defending his championship against Shinsuke Nakamura in a last man standing match.
It's been so long, I feel like. Ah, man, I love stipulation matches. I love
This is the match I'm
matches.
looking forward to the most on this card. Gotta say it.
It's gonna be a fucking banger, dude. Like, this is gonna show the side of Shinsuke that I feel like a lot of us have been missing. Like, I'm looking for that Shinsuke versus Brock Lesnar Shinsuke, because that dude showed off some strength in that fucking match, dude. And I want some crazy shit from this motherfucker, especially with this new heel gimmick that he's got going on, dude. Fuck. And his technicality and the fact that he's the king of strong style, and Seth's fucking selling a back injury right now, and I'm really stoked
That's
for what's gonna
brilliant,
entail
the way
it,
that
dude.
they're doing it.
Yes, and that's why I'm super stoked for this, dude. And this is like one match where I'm like, I don't know about the outcome. You know, like if he dropped it to Shinsuke, I can kind of get it, but I feel like
I won't even be
Seth-
mad.
I wouldn't be mad, but I feel like Seth's gonna take it, and that's kind of where my vote is, anyways.
I
Because I
know.
feel like I want more development of this heel Shinsuke and build him up to be more dominant. So I'm gonna go with Seth.
know. And you see, that's the thing that makes me so sad about this match. I love this new Shinsuke Nakamura. I love the vignettes we're getting.
Hell
I
yeah!
love this whole character change. I love this edgier side we're getting of him,
Edgy.
and it's working. He's
Sweet
finally
Chris.
very over as a villain, and I'm really enjoying the side of Shinsuke because it reminds me of a lot of his New Japan Pro Wrestling run. Like, he had that edge to him, and I feel like that was what was missing on the main roster when they decided to make that horrible decision at WrestleMania when AJ Styles retained the championship against him, and then they did that horrible heel turn. Shinsuke has been lost for a very long time, and I gotta
Yes.
say, it feels great to see him in a world title picture. This is exactly where he belongs. But now this is why it makes me very depressed, makes me emotional, and it makes me sad. Because if Shinsuke loses this match, I feel like we're not going to get that world championship run that he deserves.
You look genuinely like a sad fucking kid. Like 50 cents a day could fucking really help a dog out, literally. Like, you look so sad, bro.
Because
and honestly, I
sometimes the
believe it.
championship makes the heel. And like, this is the best example I can give you. Because you and I, we both live and breathe ruthless aggression. Even though we hated his guts when we were kids, John Bradshaw Layfield.
Oh god, he was phenomenal. He did his job so good, bro.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. And who knew a gimmick change would save his fucking career?
Do
Like,
you
who
know
knew?
how many JBL action figures I broke because I hated his guts?
Oh, I believe it. I believe it.
He was doing his job
100% believe it.
perfect.
Yeah, he did it. He like, if you really hate the person behind the mask, you know he did his job right, because you forget almost that it's a storyline because they're just so fucking unlikable. And I think that's what we're getting from Shinsuke, and I feel like that's a really good approach to have because you always want to see the villain lose, and they always
But you
prevail.
see, here's the point I'm making, though, comparing JBL to Shinsuke. JBL, he wouldn't have gotten to the heights that he reached without that WWE championship because that made us hate him even more. And I'm sorry to say this. I love Seth freaking Rollins. I love dancing to his theme song. I love singing it on my television with
But
him.
he doesn't need a title to be over.
Exactly. And My biggest problem with Seth Rollins is we have an Intercontinental Championship guy right now making the IC title more prestigious than the World Heavyweight Championship. Rollins has not done anything special with that World Heavyweight Championship right now. And I hate to be the one to say it. Don't get me wrong, I love Seth friggin' Rollins. His feud with Finn Balor, though, I will say, that was great.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I feel like it's time to create a new villain. And I feel like the World Heavyweight Championship, Shinsuke can make it more prestigious than Seth Rollins. And I know that's a very unpopular opinion because, like I said, we all love freaking singing his theme song on our television screens. But I don't know. Seth Rollins needs some time away, I think. And then we need to get him back in, the picture, WrestleMania season.
Yeah. No, I
don't know. His title run's been feeling a little lackluster lately. And that's why I want Shinsuke to win. But I know it's not going to happen. And it makes me really sad.
Yeah. Because I feel like if Seth's going to drop it, it's going to be someone that's going to be carrying it for a while. And I think WWE wants to make sure that they choose the right person.
And you see, here's why I think if Shinsuke loses this match, we're not going to get him back in this picture because I think the plan's going to be Gunther is going to win the Royal Rumble and he's going to be the one to take the title off of Rollins at Mania.
Maybe.
I don't know. I have this gut feeling, man. Gunther is going to win the world title. So I want Shinsuke Nakamura to win so bad, just like last pay-per-view.
You can still take that bet, bud.
I'm not going to take that bet because I'm going to lose all my money. So I'm going to go with Seth Rollins.
All right, bud. Same.
And it's so unfortunate. But
yeah.
Moving on now to the main event of WWE Fastlane, we have yet another tag team match. We have LA Knight. Yeah. John Cena versus Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso.
Oh, dude, this is going to be a big one. This is the match of the night, and it's a main event, dude. Fucking LA Knight is in a main event on a pay-per-view right now.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know if it's a main event. Usually when we do like the match cards, I just go by like what I think should be the main event.
Dude, it feels like it's gonna be. If it's a main event, dude, I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be fucking huge for his career because it feels like it's a main event worthy match, and I think it's gonna be, man. And if it is, that's huge for LA Knight because he just main evented a pay-per-view dumb fucking early. Like that dumb fucking early, dude. I'm really excited, especially for the scale of how big this match is. You got John Cena and fucking Jimmy Uso in the same ring. Jimmy Uso, a lot of people forget that this dude's been doing it for a while with Jay. Like they debuted in 2010, 2011 or something.
It was
like that?
2010.
Yeah, 2010. So they've been at it for a while, man. We're going on 14 years with them. So it's like he's almost just as much of a veteran.
The developmental promotion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They were teaming over there for a couple of years.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, dude's a day one, too. A lot of people forget that shit. He's not a new superstar by any fucking means. So, like, you got these two legends and two people who are part of the future with fucking Solo Sikoa and LA Knight. I'm stoked on not only just the promo work we're going to be getting on Friday. That's going to be fucking... that's gonna be. I'm so excited to watch that segment a million fucking times over in the first night. Like I'm so excited about it. I gotta say I'm really excited for this match in particular because I feel like a lot of it's gonna be centered around elevating LA Knight because it's gonna be. I feel like he's going to get a lot of high spots. I think he's going to get a lot of time to shine in this match. I think it's also going to bleed into the Bloodline story. And I think LA Knight's also going to bleed into the Bloodline story a little bit too, because why him of all people to team with Cena for this particular angle? Why did John Cena put his eggs on him? Why is he pushing LA Knight specifically?
There's a reason two for of everything. The biggest baby faces, man, WWE.
And how fast he's doing it. And the fact that the LA Knight movement is alive in my home and Ash does not watch wrestling. Even she's like, yeah. So even the fucking yeah movement made it into my household. So yeah.
AEW shows, man, that I'd be going to, I'd be hearing, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, dude. So This match is huge. This match is really huge, and again, it furthers the story and the trust between Solo and Jimmy as well. So, who knows what's gonna happen, brother? Who knows what's gonna happen? I'm really, really stoked on it. But I'm also gonna give you who I'm gonna think is gonna win. I'm
But
gonna go
before
with
you do
fucking
that,
John.
let me
And,
give my thoughts on this. So, my thoughts on, this tag match. I love that LA Knight and Solo Sikoa are in this big moment here.
Yeah,
They
dude.
deserve this. And they are the future of WWE. So I really like that they're both, being pushed right now.
being built right now.
And
They're cooking.
Solo Sikoa, man, like I said, I think a while ago on, one of the older episodes of the podcast, with John Cena, being back, I kind of want to see John Cena versus Solo Sikoa at some point. I think that Cena putting Solo over, especially with that Samoan spike, that could be a perfect way of writing John Cena off of TV back to Hollywood. And I think that, LA Knight being, in the bloodline picture is brilliant because right now, I'm not going to lie to you, Roman Reigns, it's getting very boring because all he's been really doing since Cody Rhodes is bloodline related stuff. We've seen, Roman versus Jay. And, now like we saw issues with Roman and Jimmy, but now Jimmy, for some reason, can't, be on his own. So he has to go back to the bloodline. So like, that's all Roman's been doing is bloodline related stuff. So I'm kind of excited to see like a new superstar get an opportunity to go against Roman because I feel like that's what he needs to, elevate and, push forward until WrestleMania 40.
Yeah.
Or in my perfect world, Royal Rumble and Cody Rhodes takes the title off of him and then Roman versus Rock for no championship. But who the hell knows what's going to happen with that?
Yeah, I agree.
But I got to say, man, I'm very excited for this main event. Definitely a fun one. You have two of the top, baby faces together in a nice, dream match here.
It is a dream match.
And you have, Jimmy and Solo who are, part of the hottest faction in all of, pro wrestling right now, the Bloodline. And I think that, putting these two in a situation against two of the top biggest, baby faces is only going to get them more heat.
Oh,
and I love that Roman Reigns in the Bloodline has elevated so many people.
Everybody was eating.
And that's the best part about it.
Hell yeah, brother. So who do you got winning?
All right. So I have John Cena and LA Knight winning. And here's why. Because I think LA Knight is going to get the pin on either Solo or Jimmy. And that's going to lead to LA Knight trying to get Roman's attention. And in Saudi Arabia at, I think it's Crown Jewel, right?
Yeah, I think it's Crown Jewel, yeah.
It's going to be LA Knight versus Roman Reigns. And I do think at that show, unfortunately, LA Knight's not going to win because they're going to want to give Roman more heat. And if you have Roman beat one of the biggest, baby faces in WWE right now, that's only going to make you hate him even more and his title run that we're all getting sick of.
The only reason why I don't want LA Knight and Roman happening whatsoever.
It's not going to bury him. LA Knight's too talented.
I don't want him to get buried. I just don't want him to get buried after this hot fucking
Nope, it's going to be, I think, Roman versus LA Knight. It's going to be, Roman's going to friggin' scheme his way out of it. He's going to cheat. 100%.
I hope that, like, it almost gets Roman to put him over low-key in the match, though, too.
It's going to happen.
Like, I hope if he does, it's going to.
There's a reason why there's a reason why, bro, they're putting LA Knight with John Cena right now versus two members of the Bloodline. Because they know what the plan is. They want LA Knight to go in hot against Roman Reigns. And I think that they're definitely going to set something up. I think LA Knight, he is so over that he doesn't need a championship, especially not right now, especially now that he's getting, this solid push. I want to see him with a mid-card title first, similar to like John Cena in his run.
I want him to have the IC title.
And then, he can win the world championship in a couple of years.
Facts. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the same thing. John Cena and LA Knight, 100%. It needs to happen. And yes, LA Knight does need the pinfall on either Jimmy or Solo.
But it's gonna be, I think, a very fun card. I do, there's a little bit of too many tag matches in here, but
yeah,
I think that they are setting up a fun card here, and I think that when you set up a fun card and you have low expectations for a Premier Live event, it always turns out better.
Absolutely, man.
And I will never doubt Triple H when it comes to a Premier Live event, just like Tony Khan. I will not doubt him when it comes to a pay-per-view.
Pay-per-views fucking usually deliver, man.
But let us know in the comment section below your predictions for WWE Fastlane. Ben and I will be live on the We Are Wrestling YouTube channel this Saturday for WWE Fastlane. So if you're looking for a buddy to watch this Premier Live event with, we'll be live. We'll be chatting with you guys. We're going to have a great time. But if you're listening to, this predictions, give us a 5-star review, not just a 5-star review, but a best one review, and download the episodes. They really help, grow. But if, you enjoyed this, make sure to smash that like button now. If you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac yet already, and you haven't checked out our YouTube channel, subscribe, turn on the post notifications. We got different podcasts on here that are exclusive to YouTube. We have different wrestling vlogs. We have, live watch-alongs. We have so much awesome content over on our channel. Check that out. The link's down in the description below. You can go follow Ben and I over on our social medias and other YouTube pages. All the links down in the description below. Ben does music reactions on his personal channel. Yeah, I do toy hunts and toy reviews on mine. In addition, you want shorter clips of the podcast, go follow us over on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and X. All the links down below. And of course, to all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide, we are taking over. Peace.